Okay, and welcome to our first big issue. The idea that hotel revenue went from 3% of total industry revenue to 12% of total industry revenue, and Hasper World doesn't have one. So this is the information we get given. Ticket sales, this is for the industry as a whole. Ticket sales have gone down as a percentage, and hotel and resorts has gone up as a percentage massively, 4 times as much over 5 years. Food and beverage has stayed exactly the same, and merchandise has gone down a little bit. So obviously, hotels and resorts is the way the industry is going. Now, that might be so, but what you've got to do in the exam, and what you've got to do, what I'm trying to do for you now, is think about why. Why would hotels and resorts be the one that's going up? Maybe it's because people from internationally now are coming over to the industry, coming over to our country and staying, need somewhere to stay while they're visiting the theme park. It could be that the theme parks are getting bigger and people need more than one day and so need a hotel, or they just see it as a different experience now, so a nice stay over for the family. Okay, so there's those things to think about. But you've got to think to yourself, well, that might be true, but if somebody said to me personally, go build a hotel, the first question would be, hang on, I've got no idea how to build a hotel, I've got no idea how to run a hotel, and I've got no money to go and do it. And that might be the case for this Hasper World as well. But anyway, in terms of should we buy one, 3 ways to answer it. All the 4, it would be, it's the fastest growing revenue stream, 4 times as much in 5 years. It turns a day break into a short break, which would come with additional spending opportunities, and it'll help us attract visitors from further afield, wouldn't it? Against it, though, you'd say, look, this is 100% family owned. This is a major investment. How would they finance it? Would the family shareholders even want all that risk? Are they quite happy with what they've got? And it's outside their core focus. There is another middle ground, though, of course, which you could think about, and that's that even though the PreSeen doesn't go into it, we could lease a hotel. We could partner with somebody who can fund and run the hotel, and we'll just keep the resort without carrying out the build. So a nice middle ground. Okay, if you're asked a recommendation, you have to pick one. You have to say why. You have to say what assumptions you're making and which assumptions would have to break for you to change your mind. Now, here's the number behind it. The big problem we've got, visitor market share is going down. That's what we're losing. Revenue's going up, but the visitor market share is going down. We are losing ground. So that's a push for us to maybe get into hotels, isn't it? The evidence you cite then is the 4-fold increase in shared industry revenue, the fact that ticket sales is falling as a percentage, that we don't have a hotel, but there's a reason for that, because it's outside our core focus. There's also a reason behind it, maybe because of the financing that would need careful consideration, and we're the 3rd largest visitor market share at the moment. Could that be falling? Okay, quote the figures, say what it means, don't just quote it, because that's just a description. Okay, one thing that you're going to be doing a lot of in the future, some of the activities I've got planned for you, is to decode the verb. What I mean is, if the verb, for example, say should we buy a hotel, should we do whatever, you've got to commit, you've got to recommend, you've got to weigh both sides, then commit to one and justify why you're committing one, okay? The trap, though, is writing a general essay on general things. So if it's about hotels, you go off on one about the hotel industry, where that would score you very, very few marks. Everything you write down in your SBL exam on a week on Tuesday has got to be about Hasper World. If it's not about Hasper World, don't write it down. So how would we structure such a question? Well, first of all, you'd frame the gap. You'd say, look, this is what we're missing out on, citing the evidence, citing that both larger rivals have one and we don't. Then say why it's important, the short breaks, the revenue per visitor increasing, the reaching the international market. Then state the case again. Look, it's going to need funding, which we may or may not be happy with. It's not our core focus. Then potentially state the middle path, and finally commit and say what assumptions you're making and which assumptions would have to be broken for you to change your mind. So you could plan that out, so a line of plan before you write a word. So that could be your plan there. And then each part 1 to 5 would be a paragraph or two to complete it all. So as you see, the hotel question isn't actually a question of hotels at all, really. It's a growth question, it's a funding question, it's a governance question, and they're all the different things you've got to think about. And remember, it's always about this particular company, never just about the hotel industry. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Next one, we're looking at 6 board seats, 1 family, and I'll see you there.